Ay.
To apologize in advance for this, but I cannot help myself. I have to show you this and talk about it. This is a full
Also, if I suddenly burst out and start saying they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, so I apologize. I've just been saying that a lot recently. It makes me laugh.
blown Jesus wept.
Wait, I might have to censor this. But no, it's on YouTube. It'll be fine.
Situation. This is one of those degenerate acts that the Lord up in heaven turns his head away from in shame with tears in his eyes.
Wait, did he like actually fuck the car?
Matt sent me this earlier today.
That's funny. We talked about the mechanics of fucking cars in a recent choking hazard video. I think it's episode 4. There's a conversation about how to fuck a car. And Foe explains that you use a beer koozie.
I can't even believe this is a real sentence I'm going
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
to say. There's a villain on the loose in Washington, D.C. right now. A true menace to society. A main
No, yeah, it's true. There's definitely TOS stuff on YouTube. There's definitely stuff that I could pull up on YouTube right now that would be against YouTube's TOS. They just haven't found it yet for some reason.
maniac on the loose.
Look, we all remember watching Spider-Man slap Elsa's ass on a kid's video, okay? Like, YouTube's fucked.
And a Reddit user caught them in 4K on camera where they put a cucumber in the grill of their vehicle, an innocent civilian's vehicle. This dude comes up, puts a cucumber in the grill, and then fucks himself with it.
Oh, I understand now. The guy was gonna fuck the car. I didn't know the car fucks him.
I'll show you some of the footage here, and I gotta tell you, it seems premeditated. I don't think this is his first rodeo here. Also, according to some people in the comments, they actually recognized it as M.O. Apparently, he's done this cucumber butt fucking across Washington before. So anyway, this guy comes over, and he sticks the cucumber in the grill of that car, like Neil Armstrong planting the American flag on the moon.
He's got a little bag. He's got a little, like, supply bag.
He also appears to be a master magician because that sleight of hand was impressive. I didn't even see the cucumber in his hand at any point until he reached the vehicle. It's like he just spawned it in, just conjured the cucumber out of thin air. So he makes sure that it's firmly planted in there like Excalibur into the stone. And also, the Reddit user gave a brief explanation for why there's like a hole in that fence. According to the lore, 3 kids crashed a stolen car into their fence last week, which created this hole, which the Cucumber Crusader used to get access to the vehicle.
It's crazy that it's like an outdoor garage. I guess, I mean, you know, if you've got an outdoor area, you can build a fence. That makes sense. But oh God! Hang on. Oh, no!
I can hear that Nissan Rogue crying out in agony right now. He is sexually assaulting this poor Nissan here. In broad daylight, too. Like, he looks around once just to check if anyone's watching, and then just goes for it. It wasn't exactly the most thorough sweep of the area, but who knows, maybe he's on a 3 cucumber ass streak, so he's got a UAV online, so he knew it was clear. He knew the coast was clear. So he just starts bouncing on it for a while, and then a car comes by. But he had like a spidey sense that was tingling, so before the car turned the corner, he must have heard it, I suppose. So he stops right in the...
Yeah, it's okay, so no nudity is shown, but also like it's very clear what he's doing, which is why I kind of censored it a little bit.
The cucumber. So he gets off the mechanical
Hydrate,
bowl
good
here
idea, thank you.
and waits for the car to
Let's
pass.
say mechanical bull.
He looks so annoyed that this car is passing through, like, come on, man, really? This is private property. Can't you see I'm busy? Go on, Scram, get out of here. I got business to tend to.
Oh, and he's done. Unless he's not.
He pops the cucumber out of the car, at least most of it, according to the Reddit post. 2/3 or so was left in the grill of the car. That is a big-ass cucumber. Emphasis on ass cucumber. Like, that shit is the size of Kevin from
Ooh.
SpongeBob. And also, it doesn't seem like he lubricated it either. At no point does he, like, spit on it or anything. He just raw dogs the cucumber on the grill of this Nissan. I don't know how he didn't tear his entire butthole off by taking a cucumber dry up the pooper. That is craziness. So anyway, though, he's all disappointed now that his session was interrupted, so he takes his trusty steed, walks back over to his lunchbox, puts out his cigarette, and then we go into phase 2 of the boss battle. He drops his trousers again, and this time he just starts shoving the cucumber in his ass while he's like somewhat bent over. I can't show you any footage of that one, obviously. But, you know, he doesn't even need the cars anymore. He's done with props. He cracks his knuckles and says, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
What does the car have? Like, where does... Clearly the car has to be part of this, right? It's part of it is the voyeur aspect. It has to be like the rush of the public area and possibly getting caught, right? It's gotta be something about the car because he literally puts the thing in the car's, like, it has to be about the car, right? Otherwise, why essentially like trespass in... I just need him to explain it to me. I need him to tell me what the specific what's the goal? Steady, convenient object, often in
This
public,
whole
with
video
easy
is
mounting points for
unhinged,
objects,
but
also because you're fucking yourself on someone else's car, perhaps? Yeah, I guess that's the question. Is like, it's possible that it is like that he specifically wants the car to be involved, but it's also possible that the car was convenient. It's possible that it was just a crime of convenience and it wasn't actually about the car. You're right, but it's possible that it's about the car. Carcold. He wants to cuckold them, but with their car. Maybe it's because the car rolls back and forth once you start. To be fair, I've spent hundreds of dollars on machines, and bro just got a cucumber in a car and achieved similar results. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I've spent probably over $1,000 on tools to penetrate myself. City boys make do. City boys.
Out, but when he finishes plungering his asshole, he puts the cucumber back in his lunchbox. Dude just drops a stinky poo-cumber into his lunchbox and then walks away with it. It's like an ambiguous open ending to Inception here, where you, the viewer, get to decide what he did with it next. In my headcanon, he just goes and eats it. Like, I feel like he probably ate.
Don't say that. Don't say that. City boys make do. Why am I doing the country voice when? Yeah, city boys make do. I wonder. I just want this to be my thumbnail.
It's like an ambiguous open ending to Inception here, where you, the viewer, get to decide what he did with it next. In my headcanon, he just goes and eats it. Like,
you know how those like cucumber snacks are all the rage on like social media these days, where you chop up cucumber and then you add various things into the cucumber container and it makes it a delicious, healthy snack. He did that with it, except his poo's in there. He's got his poo particles in there with the rest of the healthy snack. I'm sorry.
I feel like he probably ate that ass pickle, but it's also equally possible that he takes his sidekick to another car and the cycle repeats itself again with him ass blasting himself on the hood of another person's vehicle.
He pickled the cucumber
by far
in his ass.
The most degenerate thing I've seen this year. I think I can safely say that. Now, this story has somewhat blown up, at least.
Oh yeah, just to wrap up what I hinted at earlier. I have multiple things whose job it is. Never mind. I can't say that. I can't say that on Twitter. I've made some purchases. So
in Washington, it's been picked up by quite a few outlets. And the location where this...
I actually haven't brought out the machine in a while. It's like a whole ordeal. You got to bring it. You got to set it up. It's got multiple parts. It's got to screw in. You got to set up the frame, and then you got to put it in the frame, and then you got to plug it in, and then you got to get the angle going, and you got to it's like a whole thing. But man, kind of worth it. Oh.
Act happened is right next to a school. And I mean right next to a school. Like, you could actually shoot a spitball and probably hit it from the place where this guy stuck a cucumber in his butt.
Just the statement, I haven't brought out the... Minions, bring out the machine.
This area is apparently used by students pretty often. Like, they walk down that alley to get to school. A lot of people go down this area. It's a high traffic zone. And this dude did that there. It is so fucking gross. This whole thing is so disgusting. But yeah, I just had to talk about this a little bit. If you live in the Washington, D.C. area, sleep in fear. Maybe, like booby trap the grill of your car just in case he happens to roll through and your car piques his interest. Maybe like some barbed wire a little bit on the front of the grill or something. I'm not really sure how to stop it, but good luck out there. As of right now, he's still at large.
Gentlemen!
Yeah, that's really about it.
Come on! I just remembered what you're referencing. Booby trap? Right, it's a booty trap because of his butt.